Welcome everybody to episode 21 of Smack Talk here at smarkoutmoment.com. I'm your host as always, Tony Mango. With me today, just Michael Burhan and Braden Mayhew. Chris Dace isn't with us, so that means he's going to have to sing a Divas outro next week. Make sure that you send your comments of which ones you think that he would sound ridiculous singing, and we'll try to get him to do that.
Which is literally every single Divas outro out there.
For the most part. For those that can't tell, my voice is extremely fucked up today because I have strep throat, but I'm a trooper and I'm going to get through this fucking show because I like you guys.
I still, tried to get him to get me to host the show, but Tony just said, fuck you.
My words exactly.
And I cried a little bit.
He's a real man's man. Even through, throat sickness, he can still host the damn show. It just
please.
Yeah, it's not the same as WWE Creative that books 3 storylines in a row, and then they're like, oh man, we're so exhausted, we can't do this anymore, we need to take a break. Fuck that. Hire me, Vince. So first things first, we're going to go through the Ask Him of the week. What's the question you got?
Ask Him! We should just do that every week. Okay, here's the question. This gentleman was on a series of WWE Tough Enough, was then hired by the company.
Chad Gaspard.
Nope.
Shit.
Has had a stellar education similar to the likes of David Otunga, and is now doing medical research. Who is he?
Christopher Nowinski.
There you go.
What's the Brendan Mayhew?
So there's the Ask Him. Then we're going to go right into the hot tags because I'm going to try to bust through this episode real quick like a motherfucker.
Bust the load!
First of the hot tags is Shane Douglas was under a mask in the Raw crowd, and he was escorted out trying to promote his Extreme Reunion show and get an ECW chant going on. I don't care. I don't like Shane Douglas. I wasn't at the Raw show. Dace was, so it's a shame that we can't get his point of view of if he saw this happen. But I don't like the Extreme Reunion thing. I don't think it's going to matter at all. So I don't know. Fuck Shane Douglas.
I'll do something in sort of like a Dace commentary here. He would be like, I watched Douglas get escorted out of the show, and he was a piece of shit, so fuck him. But basically, with Douglas, you're right. He's just trying to beat a dead horse, and he's doing exactly the same.
You mean his career?
Thing. Yeah, exactly. He's trying to do the same thing with this Extreme Reunion project that Dixie Carter did and Vince McMahon did with ECW, but it's kind of too little, too late. So, fuck it. The guy has no self-worth. He tried to put out a video on YouTube with him getting escorted out of the building, and one of his little minions following behind him with a camera going, "What? Why are you getting escorted out of the building, Shane? Why are you getting escorted out of the building?" "I was here as a fan." Fuck off.
Braden?
Yeah, too little, too late's a complete understatement. ECW folded over a decade ago. It's the past. Why is he still up his own ass? It's like he thinks he could have been like the biggest star ever, and he goes to other wrestling promotions promoting his own show or whatever he's trying to do to try and revive the original ECW, even though it's just gonna fail again. Stupid. And then he complains that he gets kicked out. Oh, that was a fan. I'm just getting kicked out because they don't like me. Yeah, I'm sure, buddy. Stop. Just stop. Yeah, that company's dead. Stop trying to revive it. That's all I have to say. It's getting ridiculous.
Hot tag number 2, Yokozuna is going to be one of the next inductees into the Hall of Fame, and he's going to be inducted by the Usos and Rikishi. I like it. I think he's well-deserved, but I'm kind of a little upset that Mr. Fuji isn't doing it. I think that would have made a little bit more sense. Mike?
Yeah, apparently they're saying that it could be Bret Hart that's inducting him. Whereas, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not I'm not too thrilled about it. I think Yokozuna does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Don't get me wrong, because he was one of the dominant WWE champions. He took Hogan to the fucking limit, even beating him for the WWE championship. But in terms of induction, Fuji should have been the one to do it because he was the guy's manager. Even Jim Cornette, but because they're on fucking bad terms, and Jim Cornette's all like "fuck you WWE" all the time. I doubt they would even get him doing it.
Braden.
Yeah, it's another great addition to this year's, pretty solid Hall of Fame, class that they have going on. I really have no problem with, Rikishi and the Usos inducting him because I think, they are related in some fashion, I believe. They're part of the same wrestling family or something like that. Yeah, he beat Hogan, he beat Brett, and, former multi-time world champion. Yeah, I had a pretty stellar career. The only thing that's kind of depressing is that, he's going to be like a posthumous inductee, and that means, he passed away already, and he won't be able to, to give a speech or anything like that. But at least he's getting, some much deserved recognition, and congratulations to him.
Hot tag number 3, FCW might be shutting down. There's rumors that they might be moving it up to Stamford. But that's pissing off talent because it's got a higher cost of living there. But Triple H says that those reports are wrong. A bunch of stuff about the Bright House Network not taking the programming anymore, and they're shopping a new network instead. But it's something to keep your eyes out on. I hope that they don't get rid of it unless they have a good enough option in Stamford. Either way, as long as they have a developmental, I'm fine with it.
Okay, I'm going to refute the rumors as well. Apparently, an update on this is they're putting together a finishing school in Connecticut. So basically, what ECW was as it bridged the gap between FCW and like the main shows, and gave these guys a chance to sort of like clean up and put together their ring work and mic skills and stuff like that prior to coming onto the main shows. Now, also about the FCW TV show, I'm hearing one of the things that's being said about it on WrestleNews.com is that they're thinking of putting the show on the new WWE network. That's the reason why they've decided to take it off the Bright House network. So let's see what happens. And you know what? I love FCW. It's one of my favorite WWE TV shows. It has a hell of a lot more wrestling and has some simplistic, basic storylines that are amazing. You've got like 3 talents on there who are on my watch list at the moment, including Cassius Ohno, what's his name? Something Cesaro. He was the Antonio Cesaro. You got like Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. All these guys are freaking amazing, amazing talent. They put on some quality matches on there, and it's so diverse. The program is amazing.
All right, Braden.
Yeah, I take it for what it is, and that's just a rumor. I think Triple H said it himself, like shortly after the rumor was revealed, that it's not really they're shutting it down or they're moving it, but there might be some sort of substantial change within the system itself, and how talent are used or something like that. I don't know, maybe some sort of change in management or how things are run, but I don't think it's necessarily going anywhere, and I don't think they're relocating or anything like that. That's pretty much my take on it. I'd say it's just a rumor.
All right, the 4th and final hot tag is talking about the Kurt Angle Twitter rant, and I'm gonna get either Mike or Braden, whoever wants to read off what some of the things he's read here that he typed on Twitter, and then I'll say what my opinion is on it. Who wants to read it?
Okay, I'll do this. I'll do the honors. Do you want me to do it in Kurt Angle's whiny little voice?
Sure, why not?
I'm training for the Olympics. Every wrestler is terrified of me. They will get tired. At Steve Austin BSR, at Shawn Michaels, but could you either of you take me as a shoot? Be honest. I respect you both. At Steve Austin, at Shawn Michaels. By the way, I love Austin and Michaels. Just joking, you guys are legends. I became a top star in 1 year, but it looks like Sean and Austin took 15 years. Hello? I have not touched a pill in 8 years. Up yours. At JR's Barbecue and I am Jericho. How do you feel about that? I'm the best today. If the WWE never wants me, they're a mistake. What then? It's true. It's true. I added that in. After fans said go back to WWE and take Sting with you, he said, I wish Sting will stay in TNA. Then he did the apology. I do want to apologize to Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin for the comment. Without them, I would never had my opportunity in pro wrestling.
All right,
Man.
my opinion on this is somebody needs to give Kurt Angle more access to his beer and his Twitter accounts. The end.
He does sound a hell of a lot more interesting when he's drunk. For me, it just always makes me laugh because every time Angle goes on Twitter, he always has to say a stupid fucking comment. He knows, right, that if he gets in a fight with anyone, he'll probably die. Knowing the amount of injuries he's got on him. He talked about he wanted to do the Olympics. That fucking folded quickly because Angle he injures himself by coughing. Then he talked about MMA before that and what happened with that. He ended up fucking up again on doing MMA because he's too old, he's too beat up, his body's shit. The guy basically just can't do anything with himself. Yet he's calling out two guys who he basically, went toe to toe with in the WWE because they got him over. Sean got him over. They made him out to be a credible worker. Austin got him over when he was very young in his career. It just boggles my mind how much it's either this guy smoking crack or what. I don't know.
All right, Braden.
Who hacked his Twitter? Was it one of you guys? Seriously? Who was the hacker this time, right?
It was me. You can tell I was doing his voice and everything.
Like, that's basically what I have to ask. I mean, didn't you notice he always has some sort of way to backpedal after his totally intoxicated Twitter rants with horrible grammar, and then you realize that, oh, he finally sobered up, so here's his nice, clean written apology. This is ridiculous.
It was hacked by Captain Morgan.
Yes, it's hacked by Captain Morgan. Fuck that. That Captain Morgan, it'll get you, man. Seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a tricky
right.
son of a bitch.
Yes. So, yeah, definitely. Whoever's hacking Kurt Angle's Twitter, please stop it, because it must be really tearing that guy apart by now. Seriously, it's not cool
I
to be
blame
hacking
Ashley. I
people's
think she
Twitters.
has the computer skills. Tony, tell your girlfriend to stop hacking people.
All right, so that's part one. We've got 3 other parts left. Go ahead and check them out if I'm still talking by the time part 2 comes around.